guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go and see Lightyear. I'm so excited. I'm trying to block out the sun. Sam and I are going to see Lightyear. Very excited. We're actually supposed to go see the Black Phone today with my sister and her husband, but they got sick, so we're not going anymore tonight to that. But Sam and I are like, well, let's still go see Lightyear because we haven't seen it yet. It's been out for a little while. We want to go see it. Sam said he hasn't heard great things, but it's Pixar. I still am very excited for it. So the movie is at 7. And Sam works until 6, so he's just gonna meet me there. And the theater that we're going to is actually in a mall. I'm actually heading there a little bit early to do a little bit of shopping before I meet up with him, and I'm actually really hungry. So I might get some food too before I meet up with him. I don't know if he wants food or what we will do, because I don't think we'll have time to eat anything before the movie, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'm very excited. We're going to Lightyear today. I'm excited for it, despite the fact that I haven't really heard anything. I love Pixar, love Chris Evans, love Buzz Lightyear. I think it's going to be fantastic. So anyway, let's head to the mall. Yeah. To infinity and beyond.
What?
To infinity and beyond.
And beyond.
Woo! Woo! Yeah! Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so we saw Lightyear yesterday, and here are my thoughts. I loved it. I thought it was really good. I really, truly don't know where everyone's criticism towards it comes from. After it ended, I went on to IMDb to rank it, and it had a 5.4 ranking, and I was like, how? I don't get it. I'm seriously just so over people who literally just hate to hate, because there's been so much around this movie about how people think Tim Allen should have done the voice of Buzz Lightyear. Here are my thoughts on this. And yes, maybe I'm a little bit biased because I love Chris Evans, but I think he did a fantastic job. And here's the thing, Tim Allen didn't even do the voice for real life Buzz Lightyear dolls that you can go to Walmart or Toys R Us and buy. Tim Allen did not do the voice for those. Tim Allen didn't even do the voice for Buzz in Buzz Lightyear Star Command. He didn't even do his voice there. So I don't understand why everyone thinks it's such a big deal that someone besides Tim Allen did the voice for Buzz Lightyear. In so many cases of there being toys based off of movies, 9 times out of 10, the original actor did not do the voice for the toy. So it makes perfect sense. It's not a big deal at all, people, for someone to do the voice. I also saw on Facebook, I don't know the exact quote, but I know Tim Allen said that it was a good story, but it doesn't match his character in the Toy Story movies. But that's the point. The character of Buzz in Lightyear is completely different than your character in Toy Story, because in Toy Story, you're a toy. You're not a space ranger. You're a space ranger toy. It makes perfect sense that you're not the exact same and that the two stories don't completely mesh together, because Toy Story and Lightyear are not the same story. And I'm just so over everybody's criticism because of this. I thought it was fantastic. I thought this movie was so freaking good. I loved it. I loved seeing certain lines that Buzz Lightyear does say on his buttons and stuff, the toy version of him. I loved seeing that he actually said those lines in the movie, because it's oh, these are what they took from the movie to make into the toy. So I really liked that. I really liked all the characters in it. I really loved Izzy, as well as Alicia, her grandma that you see at the beginning of the movie, that she's best friends with Buzz. I really liked that. I liked the whole plot of it. A little bit of it maybe doesn't make total sense to me because I don't understand space and time and things like that, but that's okay. Socks was of course the best character. Socks was adorable and amazing. But if we do want to compare Lightyear to Toy Story. I almost found Buzz's character similar to Woody's character in Toy Story, in the sense that at the beginning of the movie, he's Andy's #1 toy. No one else is allowed to be Andy's favorite toy except for Woody, and then the toy Buzz Lightyear comes around, and obviously Andy loves Buzz and stuff because it's this toy from his new favorite movie. Woody just kind of learns to accept it, and he learns that Andy can have more than one favorite toy, and that he's gonna grow up and he's allowed to change his favorite toys. I almost kind of found that a little bit similar to how Lightyear is, how at the beginning of the movie he doesn't want anyone's help, he wants to do all these things on his own, and he has to kind of learn to accept everyone else's help, whether or not they're actual real space rangers or anything. He has to learn to accept their help and learn that sometimes their flaws and their weaknesses could in turn help him. And I thought it was really good. I think you should go check it out. I think it's really good. Just go check it out without the mindset of Buzz Lightyear the toy from Toy Story. They are two different movies. Yes, it's the same technically character. This is Buzz's own thing. There's no Woody, there's no Ham or Rex or anything. This is his own thing. That is the reason why he is a toy and why all these kids now want a toy of him. Like, this is the reason why. From this point on, I'm gonna talk about spoilers. So if you don't want this movie spoiled for you, end this video right here. If you've seen this movie or if you don't care, continue on. So obviously the like twist of the movie is that Zurg is another version of Buzz, which that's the whole thing that kind of confused me. That I was just kind of like, sure, don't fully get it, but sure, we'll accept this. How do I feel about that? Impartial. I feel like it was kind of like, I don't know, maybe the easy solution, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. I did like the fact that because it was himself, he kind of could completely and totally learn to correct his own error and learn that maybe what he did at the beginning of the movie wasn't actually as big of a disaster as he always thought it was. He saw that so many people had lives and grew families and just grew an entire life on this planet because they were stuck there. If he had just like accepted what had happened and forgiven himself for his mistake, he could have like grown a family similarly to Alicia and watched her family grow and possibly watched his own family grow, and just like all these incredible things that could have happened had he forgiven himself for this mistake he made and not been so obsessed with fixing it. I really liked that part of the movie where he kind of like had that realization in himself and realized it through seeing this other Buzz who like was dead set on, we have to go completely back in time to not even have this mistake happen and not even have us be stuck on this planet ever. And Buzz kind of realizes like, no, like all these people had families and all these people grew up on this planet and they're okay. And the only person who's not okay is me. I loved his whole team that he made between Izzy, I totally forget their names, but the guy who wanted to quit, and then the elderly lady who's just hilarious, and then obviously Socks. Best team ever. They're so cute. Obviously a little bit predictable in the sense that it's like, we can't do anything, right? Heck, this one guy wants to desert, but we're gonna save the day. Obviously it's a Disney movie, it's a Pixar movie. Things are predictable, but I still thought it was really cute. Definitely not as like tear-jerky as like other Pixar films. The only real sad part I really teared up at was when he returns to the planet for the 700th time and he realizes Alicia has passed away. That's probably the only like sad part, but other than that it wasn't really super sad like other Pixar movies have been, but that's okay. It was a lot of fun. I definitely would love to take my nephew to see this movie. I just don't think he's quite old enough to sit in a theater yet, but I think eventually when it does come out on Disney Plus, he will definitely enjoy it. I really liked it. I thought it was really, really good. I think Chris Evans did a fantastic job. Probably the only place I can think of maybe it would have made a little bit more sense for Tim Allen to be in it is the older version of Buzz. Either way, I am very much okay with this being completely separate from the Toy Story franchise in general. I read something, I think either the writer or the director said, and it kind of reminded me a lot. I think it was Dave Filoni. He said something when he created the Clone Wars. When he watched Star Wars as a kid and Luke Skywalker says, "Oh, you were part of the Clone Wars," or "You fought in the Clone Wars," Dave Filoni said he was like, I always wondered what that was, like what was the Clone Wars, and I would have loved to see something regarding the Clone Wars. So that's part of the reason why I think he made Clone Wars. Similar to that, the writer or director of Lightyear said something similar where he always kind of wondered why the Buzz Lightyear toy was like such a big deal to Andy, and all these kids wanted Buzz Lightyear bed sheets and the toy, obviously, and why it was so popular. Where did Buzz come from? Like, what is he? And so he wanted to make that for us to know where Buzz came from and like where his story came from and why Andy loves him and why he's this big toy in the Toy Story universe. I really liked that. I really liked seeing this, like, I guess, like, origin story of Buzz Lightyear. I thought it was really good. I would definitely go see it again in theaters. I can't wait for it to come out on Disney Plus and on DVD for me to purchase. In my personal opinion, I think just don't listen to the criticism. Like, I know people don't like it, like I said, because Tim Allen isn't in it and there's a same-sex kiss on screen. Like, oh my lord. I think it was a great movie. I highly recommend it. Is it my favorite Pixar movie? Absolutely not, but it is definitely not my least favorite or even close to my least favorite Pixar movie. Anyway, that is it. I liked Lightyear. I think it was a really good addition to the Pixar family. I loved it. I would go see it again. I would love to take my nephew to go see it. And that is going to be it for this video. So thank you so much for watching this. If you liked it, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I post new videos every single Friday and I'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye everybody.